Hey there, basketball fans. It's Selection Sunday, and we're diving into the thrilling world of NCAA Tournament predictions. Today, we're going to break down the latest bracketology updates and analyze the potential paths for some of the top teams. So, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you why this is such an exciting time for college basketball fans. The NCAA Tournament is a wild ride, and the selection process is a fascinating art. It's like a giant puzzle, with the committee trying to fit 68 teams into a perfect bracket. And the best part? It's all based on an analytic algorithm called the net rankings, which categorizes wins and losses into quadrants. It's a nerd's dream come true. So let's take a look at the projected top seeds. Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida are currently leading the pack. These teams have proven their worth throughout the season, and their paths to the championship will be closely watched. But here's the thing. The tournament is notorious for upsets and surprises. Just because they're the top seeds doesn't mean they're guaranteed a smooth ride. Now let's talk about some of the intriguing matchups we could see in the first four. Idaho versus Howard and Lehigh versus Prairie View are the early matchups, with the winners advancing to face some tough competition. And get this. The first four games are often absolute thrillers, with teams fighting tooth and nail for a chance to make it to the main bracket. It's a great way to kick off the tournament and set the tone for the madness to come. Moving on to the East region, we've got some interesting potential matchups. Duke, as the top seed, will likely face either Lehigh or Prairie View in the first round. But here's where it gets interesting. They could then face Utah State or Texas A&M, both of which are no pushovers. And if Duke makes it to the Sweet 16, they might face a tough St. John's team. It's a tough road, and that's before we even get to the Elite Eight and beyond. Now let's shift our focus to the South region. Florida, the top seed here, has had a bit of a bumpy road. They lost in the SEC tournament semifinals, but they still hold on to that top spot. And with UConn and Houston also taking losses, Florida's path might be a little clearer. But don't count out Clemson or Iowa, who could give them a run for their money in the early rounds. Heading over to the Midwest, we've got Michigan as the top seed. Regardless of the outcome in the Big Ten championship, Michigan is likely to be a 2 seed overall. And with Arizona just behind them, it's going to be an exciting race to see who gets that top spot. Iowa State as a 2 seed could also make some noise, especially if they get a favorable draw. Finally, let's talk about the West region, where Arizona is the top seed. Despite winning the Big 12 championship, Arizona won't be jumping up in the overall seeding. But they'll still be a tough out, especially with the potential for a matchup against Ohio State or Georgia in the second round. And if they make it to the Sweet 16, they could face a resurgent Vanderbilt team. So there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of the latest bracketology predictions. Remember, these are just projections, and the actual tournament is sure to bring its fair share of surprises. But one thing's for sure. It's going to be an incredible ride. So stay tuned, keep an eye on these teams, and get ready for some March Madness magic. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of NCAA tournament predictions. Personally, I can't wait to see how these teams perform, and if any underdogs can pull off some upsets. Until next time, keep the basketball spirit alive.